If you own a bricks and mortar independent pharmacy, then you know what busy feels like. The phones are ringing, scripts are coming in, patients are waiting, and your team is flat out, hopefully. And you run around, your team and yourself are chasing stock, answering questions, dealing with insurers, sorting staff issues, and trying to keep the front end moving. And from the outside, it looks like your pharmacy is working. It should feel like your pharmacy is making money. And that's exactly why this can be so frustrating, because you can be working harder than ever, serving more patients than ever, moving more prescriptions than ever, and still look at the bank balance and think, oh my God, why does it feel like there is never enough cash? Hey, my name is Alvin. I'm a bricks and mortar retail business coach. And I was a pharmacist, and I owned, grew, and sold large pharmacy businesses, retail pharmacies like yours. And so I know exactly the place you've been in. I was in that same spot at the very beginning of my journey in buying and selling retail pharmacies. And I always found myself in the beginning in this cash flow position where I was like, where the hell is all my money going? And even though I was doing great sales. And so that's what I'm going to walk through with you today, and give you a little bit of an idea on why your pharmacy is profitable on paper, but broke in reality. And what I'm going to walk you through are some areas of your business that you need to look at. And of course, I have in the description below a scorecard that I developed and I use with my clients on how to find these cash links within your pharmacy or any retail store. And so I think you will find this very useful. A lot of my clients do. And I thought I would mention it for you guys today. So let's get back to it. Why does it feel like there is never enough cash in our stores or in our bank accounts? I mean, you look at the reports and they tell you that the pharmacy is profitable. Hopefully you're looking at your reports. You will not believe how many retail pharmacy owners I speak to that don't look at their profit and loss statement or their weekly reports from their point of sale system. But hopefully you're in the minority, and hopefully you are. And you look at your reports and it tells you that the pharmacy is profitable. Sales are coming in, you've got revenue moving upwards, and your accountant might even say that you've made a profit. So naturally you think the answer must be more volume, more prescriptions, more patients, more services, more foot traffic. But then you're thinking, oh my God, the PBM are just reducing my margins. And look, all of these things look good. Growth is great, but more volume is not always the answer when the business is already working hard and cash is still not showing up. Because a profit figure on your report and cash in your bank are not the same thing. And I'm sure you've definitely discovered this yourself when you've looked at your bank statement. So this is the bit that nobody likes to say out loud. And for us pharmacists, we're health professionals, right? Very few of us have done MBAs, business schools, or been taught how to grow businesses or sell businesses or how to optimize them. So this is not really in our lane. But getting back to it, the business can be profitable on paper, but broke in reality. And it's not because you're lazy. It's not because you don't care about the business. It's not because you don't care about your patients that are walking in through the door. It's not because your team are not serving enough people. It's because the cash is being absorbed somewhere in the pharmacy before it ever reaches you. And you need to think about it like it's like driving a car with a dashboard saying everything is fine, on your head-up display, while underneath the hood, something is quietly draining the fuel. And you can do a few things. You can keep pressing the accelerator, but if you don't find the leak that is draining your fuel, you are not fixing the problem. You're just using more fuel. Hopefully that makes sense for you. But why? And the slide went the other way. There we go. So why does this happen? Because the day-to-day chaos of running your retail pharmacy trains you to watch activity. You're looking at how many scripts are coming in, What's the latest PBM news that's come through that they've somehow reduced your margins and co-payments on particular products and patients? You know, you're looking at how many patients are coming in. You're looking at how busy is your scripts in counter, how busy is the register, how busy is the store, how much revenue came in. But activity is not the same as cash generation. A busy pharmacy can carry prescriptions that barely contribute, and you're starting to notice this now a lot more in 2026. You can have cash tied up in stock. It can have costs that quietly become normal. It can make purchasing and supply decisions out of habit, and it can discover all of that far too late when the bank account is already telling the truth. And the question is not just, are we busy? The better question is the work that we are doing actually turning into cash? And so let's look at the leaks. So let's think of your pharmacy like a bucket: prescription volume, front-end sales, clinical services. Those are all the ways of pouring water into the bucket. It's our income revenue stream. But if there are holes in the bucket, pouring more water doesn't solve the problem, right? It makes you feel busy. It makes your revenue look better, but it doesn't stop the water disappearing. And that is exactly what a cash leak is. And all businesses have a cash leak. Retail pharmacies have a cash leak, and it's not necessarily due to one dramatic disaster. Usually, it's a handful of quiet leaks that become expensive because they run every week, every month, or year. And you don't need to panic about all of them today. This is the big mistake I see my clients and retailers and pharmacists make, is they try and panic and try and throw 1,000 things at fixing the problem. But in reality, you are going to have much greater success if you just find the biggest hole first. And if you're listening to this and thinking, I know cash is leaking, I just cannot see where, that's why I created the Retail Cash Leak Scorecard, to help you figure out what the biggest hole is. Have a look in for the link in the description. I created this scorecard, which I use with some of my clients. It takes about 15 minutes and helps you identify which 5 areas of the business is putting the biggest pressure on cash in your pharmacy. Things like inventory, margins, expense, supplier terms, visibility. Links in the description below. Make sure you check it out. Right, let's talk about margins. Like I mentioned, it surprises me how many retail pharmacy owners don't know what their margins are in the dispensary at the very least, or across other categories within the store. But it's the first place you need to look, because not every prescription category service contributes equally to the pharmacy. You know this. Some parts of the business look busy but give you very little back. You can be dispensing all day, seeing revenue rise, and still have the margin squeezed so tightly that the extra work is not producing the cash you expected. This is why the fallacy that more volume can sometimes make the pressure worse, right? That is, sorry, not the fallacy. So if you don't know where the margin is strong and where the margin is thin and where you are effectively working for free, you're essentially managing from noise. And it's really hard to see what's going on. And you don't need to become obsessed with spreadsheets. You don't need to become obsessed with spreadsheets, but you do need to see which parts of your business are feeding the pharmacy and which parts of the business are feeding the problem. And so that's why margins are so important. And then there is inventory. So with retail stores and retail pharmacies, especially dispensary, inventory can tie up a lot of cash, right? And it's not just the product on the shelf. It is the cash that has changed clothes. It is money that used to be available in your bank account, but it's now sitting in a bottle, a box, an OTC line, a seasonal display, a purchase you made because it felt safer to have there, or you're trying to cash in on the latest trend that's happening in the beauty section. Some inventory is essential. Of course it is, right? We know we do that. But when slow moving, overbought, or never properly reviewed, it becomes trapped as cash. So when stock happens like that, it gets trapped as cash. And the danger is that it does not look like a problem when you walk past it every day. It just looks like stock. But the bank balance knows the difference. The bank balance will beg you to differ. So next, let's look at expenses. Most pharmacies do not get into trouble because of one massive, obvious cost. They get squeezed by costs nobody has looked at properly for a long time. Sure, there's the PBM costs, the co-payments, all that other stuff that's happening. But there are other costs that we can control. Some of these things we can't control, right? But these ones you can. Things like your software subscription that you're paying to your POS provider and your dispensing software, your service agreements, your delivery costs, the recurring supplier charges, the extra process or subscription that somebody added years ago and you've never questioned again. And, you know, all this because it's on monthly automatic pay, these expenses have a sneaky way of becoming invisible once they become familiar. And when cash gets tight, most owners start looking for one big dramatic cut. And that's a good idea too. Sometimes the better move is simply to ask, what are we paying for that no longer earns its place in the business? It's a really, really tough question. It takes time, but it's really easy to do. And remember, you are not trying to cut your way to greatness. You're trying to stop funding things that are quietly draining the cash you would have worked hard to create. And that's why it's really important we have a look at our expenses regularly. But underneath all of this is visibility, because you cannot fix a leak you can't see, right? If you only review cash after the month ends, if you only look at margins after the damage is done, if you cannot quickly see inventory risk, break even, and cash runaway, well, then you're driving the pharmacy by looking in the rearview mirror. And that's super, super exhausting. You're already running around like a headless chook in your pharmacy. And if you do it this way without visibility, you turn every decision into a reaction. And the strongest pharmacy owners are not necessarily the ones with the biggest operation. They are the ones who can see the truth early enough to make a calm decision. They know where the cash is. They know what is putting the pharmacy under pressure. And they know what needs attention first. So if your pharmacy looks profitable on paper, but that cash never seems to build up in your bank account, do not automatically assume you need more prescriptions. You need a clearer diagnosis first. You may have one major leak causing most of the pressure in your store, whether it's margins, inventory, expenses, supplier terms, visibility, any of those. And there's plenty more, by the way. But if you're in a cash crunch or if you want to get better, this is where I would look first. And so that's why I created the Retail Cash Leak Scorecard. It's a simple 15-question diagnostic that helps you identify which area of your business is likely leaking cash the most. So you can stop guessing. So you can stop trying to fix everything at once, and you can focus on the right problem first. The link is in the description below. Take the scorecard, see where the leak is, and give yourself a clearer place to start. So thanks for watching this video. If you got this far, I would really appreciate it if you hit the subscribe button. I'm creating more videos like this on how to optimize your retail store, including retail pharmacies, because that's my background. And make sure you like the video. It'll just help spread the word. And any comments or questions, please make sure you put them in the comment section below. I'd love to see what is happening within your stores and why you think your pharmacy is broke, and what are the tips and tricks that you've used to generate more cash within your store. Until next time, catch you later.